Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Happy Origami tonight. I had a request from a viewer who asked if I could make a big iguana like they had seen in one of my previous videos. So I said certainly, so I'm going to make you a tutorial. This is our little iguana buddy right here. And it's not too hard to make. It does have some adult level folds that are in it. So at this time I need to say, if you are 13 years or younger, this video is not for you. This is adult content. So would you please go watch another video? And that makes us compliant for the COPPA law. So let's make us an iguana. Okay, I'm going to move this out of the way. You're going to need a couple things, guys. You're going to need Mr. Paper Cutter, Mr. Scissor, and a glue stick. And we're going to start first with a piece of paper. Okay, so let me zoom out a little bit here so we can show you how we do this. All right, lock the camera in position. First thing we need to do is we need to take the paper and fold it over. Go right up to the tip there, make a perfect point. And I'm just going to run through this right here and make this video kind of quickly because I need to save data space on my device. So you can always rewind it and watch again what I'm doing. Okay, fold a diagonal like this right here. Let's take Mr. Paper Cutter. We're going to put our strip of paper right here, line it up, and this lower rectangular section, we're going to trim that off. Okay, keep that piece that you just trimmed off because we're going to need that later. What that leaves us with is a perfect square. Okay, I want you to take one side and I want you to fold it directly to the center line. Make sure that you make a very nice point at the end of it right there. It's absolutely critical that you get that point sharp and pointy. Take the other side, fold it over, match it, and make sure that you make its point sharp and crease. Okay, you see how sharp that point is right there? It's critical that we do that. Fold this paper along its center line backwards. Okay, then we're going to take this piece of paper we just folded over. We're going to bring the sides over just like this, and again make sure that that crease is extremely well done. That point has to be a point on the end of this right here, otherwise your lizard will not look lizardy. Well, maybe it'll still look lizardy, but not very good. Line those sides up, lock it in place with the finger, and fold it. Okay, let's grab the buddy on the other side. Do the same thing. Pull it, make sure you make a fine crease and a point. Okay, lock it in position and pull that crease. There we go, guys. Alrighty. Now let's open this back up like this right here. And we're going to unfold the two side panels that we just folded. 1, 2, just like this. Put them right back where they were. Now we want to take this point here and this point here. These are going to fold up. You need to make the edges match right here. Okay, just like this. Line it all up, lock it in place, and make a fold. Okay, make sure you make a good sharp point right here. Do the same thing with the other side. Pull it up, make a point, lock it in place, make your fold. Alrighty. Now, when you pull this back and pull this one back right here, you have two sets of lines that come together and they intersect right there. See? If I can make sure that it shows up on camera a little bit. What you're going to want to do You're going to want to fold both of these at the same time to that point where they meet, like this. And then you're going to make a new fold that's going to run up to the point right here. So if you want to start by maybe making that point first and making the fold go down to it, that's fine. You need to make something fold right there so these go this way like this. Okay, see how it's got a little thing stepping up? Let's do the same thing on the other side. Let me zoom in a little bit so you can see this. Okay, and take these two. You're going to execute a fold that's going to be there by moving these two in on each other. Okay, where they come together. I'm going to pull this up right to that point right there. And that is kind of a hard maneuver to make. That's why this is an adult level video. I'm sure if you practice, you can get really good at this. Okay, now we got this right here. Let's fold this in half right here. Hold on. I'll fold in half that way. Now, take this over here, fold it till the side reaches over there. Make a sharp point at the tail. Make sure that it lines right up the entire length. If you have anything that's not lined up to the edges, it will look sloppy and it'll have overlift on it. So there's one. Okay, let's flip it over, do the same thing on the other side. Zoom out a little bit. Okay, adjust our camera. Okay, just bring that side right over to that side right there. Make sure you go down the length of this tail. Make sure it comes to a point. It's got to be a good point. Okay, lock it in place. And make sure that you make a good solid crease. Alrighty. Now, undo it this way right here so these two togs are together. All you're doing is just opening it back this way. Okay? We want to take, pardon me for a second, grab this corner right here. We want to bring it to the center line right there. Okay? And I'll do this from this direction right here. Make sure it comes to a point down here at the end. And fold it over just like this. Okay? Then we're going to do the same thing with the other side. Lift that level up, bring it to the point right there. Make sure you have a nice point on the end. Lock it down and fold. Okay. Now you should have something that looks like this by now. If not, wad it up, throw it away, start over. No, I'm just joking, guys. Okay. Open these two panels back up. Okay. You're going to want to fold this in and reverse that fold that's already there. Okay, like that. And you want to bring this to a point. You're going to make a new fold right here. Okay, right where that line comes down to and matches at. You're basically just tucking that up underneath it right there. See? Just tuck like that. Okay, let's do the same thing again. On the other side, we're just tucking it under. Okay, tuck it under, and then we're going to make the new line. Okay, and it's going to fold right up to that point, exactly the same. Okay, and lay those down. Okay, I don't know if you can see it already or not, but you're basically starting to build two sets of legs right here for your creation. Okay. Now you take this, let's fold it back in half like this. Make sure you got good solid points on both ends. Okay. The first one we want to do, we want to take these layers because now you have 4 layers that are inside here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Each of those layers has to be folded down where this point comes to where the end of this, when you flip this over back and forth, where that line ends at. Okay? You're just going to take that down once, like this. Make sure that point leads there. Fold it across. Okay? This needs a strong fold. Make sure that you crease this well. All right? And you may even want to unfold this right here and back fold it a couple of times to break the paper. This is critical. This is a very important fold that we're going to execute here. Okay? This is going to be an inversion sinking fold. All right? Now, this is how we do this. Take these legs that are here, lift up. Okay, so it kind of opens out. Now, do you see how there's a line here, and a line here? It makes a triangle. We're going to put our thumb into the center, press down, and we're going to invert these lines. Okay? They're going to go from valley folds to mountain folds. And it's a lot easier said than done because paper always loves to fight you. So we'll put that in there, just like that. This center line right here needs to pop down and be encompassed in it. Okay? Hard to do. When you get it right, like this, you see how the whole thing starts closing up on itself? Just like that. Okay? So I'll show you this right here when it's closed. All right, and you're making kind of like a accordion hinge right here. Okay, we'll close that. Now, that leaves us with 3 more to do. So let's go do these 3. I'll move this out of the way. Take this point. Let's fold this back and forth right here so we can see where that line goes down to that point. We're going to take this next layer, bring that point all the way down to that termination of that line right there, and fold it across. And if you can, please make sure that on your section here that fold lines right up with the last one you just made, and make it look a lot better. It makes it easier for the paper. Okay, we're going to do that. I'm going to open it again, and I'm going to break this paper a little bit so it's easier to drop. Okay, now let's open this up just like we did the first layer. We're going to do it with the second layer. Okay, and we're just going to do an inversion on it like this. Okay, and it's slowly wanting to work its way in. And just feel the paper will do it. You can get it there. Okay. Always wants to be a butt sometimes. Okay. Always wants to be some kind of butt. Sometimes you just got to sit there and work it and work it and work it. Bear with me, folks. This is not an easy fold to make. Sometimes you just got to sit there and literally form the paper into the directions you want it to go. Maybe from little inaccuracies in the paper or whatnot. There we go. And lay that flat down like that. Alrighty. Good deal. Now, you got these two sets of legs right here that we just made. I want you to lift these up. On this back leg, we'll start with that one first. Move it forward. Grab this point right here and make a fold across this leg. Just like from there, across to there on the foot. Okay, you see how that goes right there? Just like that. Okay, move that one out of the way. Let's move this leg back this direction. Now you notice on here, there's a line that's already right there. That's an easy guide. Just move it across here, fold it down to the point of the foot. That way when you stick it back across here, like this, now you've got the legs. Okay, now we are halfway done with this model, so let's do the same steps that we just did on the other side. Okay, flatten your paper, make sure everything's good. Okay, work this back and forth so you have that terminal line. Grab that point, fold it directly down to the terminus of that line. Lock your paper in place and make a nice clean fold across here, like that. Okay, unfold it, break the paper a little bit more, back and forth. Okay. Okay, take this layer here, let's lift under this leg. Okay, and there's our pyramidal shape right there. So we're going to push down in the center and reverse these folds. Just like this. Kind of helps if you just kind of squeeze it together there, I guess. The other one didn't want to work that good, but we are masters of origami, so we will make this work. There we go. Just going to push until you get the creases where you want it. There we go, and the whole thing collapses down on itself. All right. Old piece of glue. Alrighty. Fold that leg back. There. And now we're going to do the second leg. This is going to be that second piece of paper. Fold it across here. We can find the terminus of the leg. Right down there. And take this point. Fold right down to it. Same distance. Make sure you can fold against that fold. And let's crease across this here. Alrighty. One good solid crease. Okay. Let's break the paper again. That seems to help a little bit. Just work it back and forth a little bit. Okay. Now let's take this and let's pull the second layer to open. Okay. We're going to reverse our folds. Put them down inside there. And that seems to be the whole trick with this right here, is just kind of working them backwards against each other. Okay. And getting these corners down here to relax and fold in on themselves. And that way you can push them down and make them go where you want them to go. Alrighty. That looks pretty good. Alrighty, and the whole thing accordions down again. Good deal. Alrighty. Make all your folds solid. Okay, now we are definitely getting to the shape of our iguana. Okay, we got 4 legs and a body, kind of like a head. Let's start with the head now. Lay all the legs down to the sides and open up the center. You'll see there's a point and a point right there at those angles. All right, let me zoom in here a little bit. Okay, we want to make a fold across those. Just like this. Bring the point tip up to the center line, right there. Okay, now, once you make like a half pinky nail width right here, from there across, and from there across, we're just going to make a fold towards the center line. Okay, 1. Let's do the other one. Make sure they're the same dimensions, because otherwise his head will be lopsided. It exploded from the inside of the microwave. You might want to bring this tip up over here. Do not go past the end right there. Use that as a locking fold. Okay, and that will hold the other pieces down when we pull this back up like this. Okay, and make your folds as even and symmetrical as possible. All right, there's that part right there. Okay, let's open this back up. Now we're going to work on defining the shape of our tail. I want you to come where this line is here, or this side right here, and you see where the center line is. Okay, hold on 1 second here. Adjust the camera. Wants to keep squirreling away from us here. All right, I want you to take this edge here, 1 layer at a time, fold it across to that center line, and let it ride all the way up, just like that. Okay, give it a good crease. Spin around. Let's do the next one. Hold it all the way up. Make sure you got a good crease. Now this is the really hard part, because these creases down at the end of this tail here, they just want to run around all over and squirrel on you. All right, set these creases in really good. Use a thumbnail. Okay, now let's take the second set of layers. We're going to fold over on it and do the same thing, but then it's going to be really hard too. The thing is the better you get at laying these folds on each other like that, the sharper and finer a point the tail is going to have on the end of it there. Okay, we got that one. Make everything go where we want. Rotate it around. Grab the lower level again. Bring to the center line. Bring these over here. And make that a super sharp point. Okay. And run your nails up here. Make sure that fold is good. Okay. Now, that way when we close it, that will give our iguana his long, thin tail. Oops, let's put the paper all back where it goes into. Okay. There we go. Boy, that makes a nice, good, sharp point. Okay. Starting to look like little iguana buddy. Okay. You know, I forgot on these legs right here to fold these pieces over right here. Let me just do that real quick. Do that one real quick. Okay, that way they're symmetrical to the other side. That big fat iguana legs. Okay. Your guy is just about done. Okay, at the nose right here, I want to push a little divot in, just like that. See how we got that? And that way when we squeeze that closed, it gives him more shape to his head. Okay? All right. So now, with these legs, let's see, put all the legs forward, like that. I want you to come right here where the point is. I want you to fold that backwards, kind of at an angle, maybe even break it down a little bit, and then fold about halfway right there like that, so it makes a little foot. We're going to do the same thing But this guy right here, come down to there, fold it in half, there, here's another little foot. Do a little foot on the other side, come down to the point, fold it back with a little bit of a rake, and fold it halfway this way. And by this point, paper's getting kind of small and shallow, so it's hard to work with. Let's just make this one right here and pull up halfway there, like that. Okay, good deal. So now you've got this thing right here that if you wanted to stop, you could just make yourself a green little lizard if you wanted to. You would just take your glue sticky here, run some glue inside here. But that's not what we want to do. We want to make sure that our little lizardy guy right here has like his frills. So remember that piece that we cut off of the sheet of paper before? I'm going to take this right here, and we want to measure how far we want our frills to go. From right here, okay, on the back of the head, to about, say, right here, okay? And we'll mark that piece, fold it. Alrighty, there's that. Let's take Mr. Scissor. Let me zoom back out a little bit here. Okay, and we're going to cut across there just like this and get rid of part of that. Okay, and you see that it's going to be the length that we want this frill to be on Mr. Lizard. Okay, it's going to be about that long. Okay, take your piece of paper, fold it in half, bring the corners together like this. Then we're going to take our scissors and we're going to cut a wavy line starting at one corner. I'm just going to go kind of up and down and up like this and across, and we're going to slowly make our way over towards the other corner over there. All right, where his rill gets bigger over there. And once it gets right over there, we're going to come right on down and just round that out like that. And that makes the shape of the rill on our little feller here. Okay, so let's take our glue stick, open it up. We're going to open up our little friend down here. The glue inside here, lots of glue. Maybe put some down in the tail section here. Put some glue on the rill. I guess that's what it's called. I've heard it called a rill or a trill. All right. All right, with him open up, gauge right where his neck is at. We're going to put this rill in there, all the way down on that center fold that was down there, and close him up, just like this. Okay. Maybe pull this up just a little touch. A little more height on it. There we go. There. He's starting to look like an iguana. Now to make the little thrushings on his rill, you take your scissor here and you just go choppy, 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 choppy. Just make little cutty cuts. Okay, like this right here. All right. Only adults should be playing with scissors. Or if you feel you're an adult enough to play with scissors, just don't hurt yourself. All right. Here's this, here's this, here's this. Because it would look really bad if somebody commented that their child, who's not supposed to be watching an adult content video, chopped off their finger with a scissor and got angry with me. Let me fix that tail just a little bit there. That full one little catty wonkus. Alrighty. And you just sit here and rough that frill up a little bit. So it kind of looks wild, like a real iguana. Alright, and then I'm going to take a green marker here. And I'm going to Make a big round green eyeball, just like this. Okay, let's put one on the other side. Big round green eyeball. Eye of Newt. Okay, put that pen away. Let's grab another one, a black one for making the pupil. Now, they're lizards, so they have slit pupils. So you can make like a letter V shape kind of shape right there. Okay, let's do the other one. Just like that. Then over here put a dot. And then over here put a dot, because that's their nose. And you don't have to put a jaw on there. Some people do. Most of the time I don't. So there's that right there. Now you got this iguana right here that you can play with. And the last little touch that I like to do on Mr. Iguana, make sure that everything's good, is you take his tail right behind his hind legs here, squeeze together with your fingers, kink it over, and you kind of work your way around this tail just like this. Make a big circle, swirl it around. Okay, and the tighter you go, the tighter the squirrel is going to be on it. Okay, alrighty. And lizards have kind of rough, wrinkly skin anyways, so you know, all this right here makes it look more like real lizard skin. If you want to make them look a little bit more three-dimensional, you can come underneath right here where the layers are and kind of puff him up a little bit by pushing his head. Then come up here, make a separation right there and push on his head a little bit. Okay, that way when you're looking at the body, he'll be a little more puffed out and three-dimensional looking. There you go, guys. That's how you make yourself an iguana. You can do it with different colored pieces of paper. I hope everybody enjoyed this little tutorial. Oops, camera doesn't want to work right today. Okay, but there you go. There is one nice little iguana. So now I have two iguanas. Hee, two little iguanas. Alrighty, guys. Thank you very much for enjoying origami. And leave some comments, or if you think there's anything I can do better with these models right here, please let me know down in the comments. Like, subscribe, tell a friend. Alrighty, guys, until the next time, y'all take it easy and be good. Bye-bye.